125 lead. Look at Nikola Jokic's number. 28 points, 20 rebounds, and 18 assists.
Oh, my goodness.
Do he get 20-20-20?
Yeah, looking like it.
I mean, he's right there.
He's going to get it.
He can get 2 more assists, I think.
It is amazing what he does on the basketball court. Like, when we talked about it, like, there's never been a center that can just do, like, you could argue he's the best passer. You can make the argument he's the best passer in basketball. Right. And at the center position, that's never been a conversation. He's an incredible rebounder. Scoring is probably what he does least. And he's a great scorer. He's just not a willing scorer. He's more so trying to engage his teammates, but he's an incredible player.
The only players, by the way, with a 20-20-20 game, Russell Westbrook and Will Chamberlain.
Yep,
and,
I remember that.
Nikola Jokic is, pretty close on the way there. Wow. But, I mean, it almost feels like some nights we take him for granted because he puts these kinds of numbers up. Maybe not 20-20-20, but close to it. On a nightly basis, but you're looking at Nikola Jokic here in his last 5 games. I mean, incredible.
It's like a video game. It's like GA said, like he don't really care for scoring. He's more want to pass, get his teammates involved. And the rebound comes because he's a center. He does a great job of that, but then he ends up getting 20 like it's nothing.
That's what Michael Malone recently said, though, and he's said this on more than one occasion, but he recently mentioned that again, saying Nikola's happier setting guys up rather than scoring. And that's not something you see a lot from superstars, is it not?
Well, I won't say you don't. Because there are a lot of great players. Magic was like that. A lot of people say LeBron was like that. Larry Bird. There have been a lot of great players that were kind of passed first.
Okay.
Bill Walton was like that. There have been guys like that, but he's just so skilled at it. Like his passing ability, when you think about the center position, like for a long time, Bill Walton was considered the greatest passing big, but he passes like a point guard. Like his vision's probably, it's definitely top 2 or 3 in the league. That it's just incredible. His feel, the touch he has, he's got the best hands in basketball. I mean, he's just an incredible player. 132-127 now, 3 minutes to go in overtime. We were talking about Aaron Gordon, who returned into the lineup for this game. 25 points. We talked about him pregame. 25 points in this game, 7 of 10 from 3. Seeing that on the offensive and then defensively, I mean, we know what he can do there, too.
Yeah, I think, like we said earlier, if he's making a 3-ball, that makes their team a different dynamic offensively because a lot of guys are trying to put their center on him to sag off him to see if he can make those shots. And he probably won't go 7 for 10 every night, but tonight that's getting them over the hump. So that's been great for him.
As we take a look here at Aaron Gordon, by the way, 7 threes for him, tying a career high.
It's a great way to come back, right? And they definitely missed him. We talked a lot about his ability to get in that dunker spot, but he just does so many things. The chemistry he has with the Joker. I mean, it'd be hard not to have great chemistry playing alongside the Joker, but he just gives them balance to their offense because of that dunker spot ability, but now he's adding the triple, 7 threes in this game, and really that's as great as the Joker was. If Aaron Gordon doesn't play at this level, they probably don't win this game.
And we saw in their championship run, too, just how valuable he was, right? I mean, that's when it really stood out, where he took that different role coming into Denver, but he fits just so well with this team.
Yeah, I think, like Jay said, with a guy like Jokic.
As Sacramento goes on to win that one, speaking of wins, the Denver Nuggets with a big one, 149.
That's like the Denver Nuggets from the old days.
Right.
Alex Ingles and Kiki Vandeweghe dropping 140s.
Nikola Jokic, 30, 20, and 20.
What?
21 and 22 to be exact. First player in NBA history to do that, a 30, 20, 20.
Oh, my
Here
God.
he is after the win.
I mean, I think we are not playing well. We are not. We have problems like every other team, but we are winning games. I think that's saying something about this team, and I'm confident. We always find a way. Sometimes it's not good. Sometimes it's not really pretty, but we find a way in winning games. So, and I think in the playoffs, when it matters the most, we're gonna find a way.
He might be one of the most even keel superstars too. Like, you can't tell that he had a 30-20-20 game with that reaction, and when he has a game that's kind of, it's just always the same with him. I mean, what more is there to say about this guy and his greatness?
He just love the game. It looked like people say he don't love the game of basketball because he make it look so effortless and he just come out and does his job every night. But like you said, you don't know if he had 30, you don't know if he had 10 points. He just cares about getting his team to win. And like you said, the first guy to have 30, 20, 20, you think most guys will woo-woo. He's just, we find ways to win, we do the job, go back to the locker room and relax. So to be as special he is and be the first guy to put up those type of numbers, it's like we just was having the MVP talk and he go put out a performance like that is spectacular.
You know what's funny is in the offseason, a lot of players post their workouts and stuff. You don't hear from this guy in the offseason. The only time you see any video of him, it's him partying at home or with his horses, which he loves. But it is really incredible, his story and to where he has got.
It's amazing. You know, keep in mind, this guy was a second-round pick. You know, and not only was he a second-round pick, they drafted a center in the first round in that same year. And so for him to go from that to become the player he has, you look at where he was physically before he came into the league and how he's kind of transformed his body. But his instincts to play the game of basketball, he really, you know, Magic was that guy that was the first really big guy that was actually naturally and instinctually a point guard. And Jokic just kind of like that. He's instinctively and naturally, I think he is a guard. He just happens to be that big, that strong, and that physical, but the way he processes information on the floor, it's unlike anybody we've seen at that center position.
Yeah, he is unique. He is special. A big night for him, a big win for Denver. Let's hear from Michael Malone.
Coach, I know not the ideal result to have to go into overtime on that one, but how much good experience is it for this team? I know it was mentioned that the team had only played 17 games with this lineup or something around there, so good experience for this group.
Oh, great experience. You know, and as I told our guys after the Durant 3 to tie the game, I said, fellas, we didn't lose. Like, everybody pick your heads up. We got 5 minutes to play. Let's go out there and win the game. And I thought our fourth quarter execution offensively was just terrific. We were poised, we executed, we read the defense, made the right play over and over. To score 24 points in 5 minutes obviously is a thing to behold. I love the fact that we had 31 fast break points. We had 64 in the paint. That's who we've been all year long. Probably my favorite stat, the 45 assists. Only 9 turnovers. And before I get to Nikola, you know, Jamal Murray, last 2 games, 16 assists, only 1 turnover. I mean, outstanding job of running the team, reading the situation, scoring when he should score, getting off of it when he should get off of it. That's what you want from your floor general. I think Jamal's been doing it at a very high level. And Nikola Jokic is one of one. I mean, the first player to ever have a 30, 20, and 20 game. I can't describe him, so don't ask me to. The guy's just an incredible player. And when you are one of one in this league and the tremendous history of this league, that says a lot. And there's a lot of good players in this league, but Nikola, in my opinion, is just in a class all by himself.
Can you describe the History Channel viewing experience then, if you can't describe him, what it was like for you to watch him dominate in the way that he did?
I had no idea that he had 30, 20, and 20, and I had no idea that he was the first to do it. I think I heard Nikola saying to Russ, you didn't get 30, 20, 20 before? You know, because they have so many shared historical accomplishments. But throughout the game, obviously, you see how Nikola's impacting the game with the rebounding, the scoring, the playmaking. And it's hard to give a DP or G out when you give up 141 points, so I didn't give a chain out tonight. But if I did give one, it would be to Nikola. That team, you know, it got to a point where they run so many pick and rolls, and Nikola's levels, to me, were so effective. Their guards, their forwards started saying, don't come play pick and roll. I'd rather play one-on-one than have to deal with 2 defenders all over me. And that's a credit to Nikola, being up, being active, you know, having 21 defensive rebounds or 17 defensive rebounds, 3 steals. Everybody says he can't defend, but we all know that's not true. The guy's a hell of a defender, and I think you saw everything on full display tonight on an entertaining game, and just thankful we were able to come out with the victory.
He has kind of maintained that guys who are open, even if it's part of a team's game plan, whatever the situation is, should take the open shots. How much is kind of how important is his kind of willingness to trust those guys to kick out to Christian in that situation at the end of regulation?
Well, I mean, if you know Nikola for 10 years, he's always going to make the right play. And when he's got 2-3 defenders on him, he's going to find the open man. And Christian Brown was a 38% three-point shooter last year, shooting 37% this year from the three-point line. He's coming off of a game against Sacramento where he shot the ball really well from three. So we all have belief in Christian Brown. We all have belief in a lot of our guys that teams are daring to shoot. Well, shoot the ball. And continue to prove teams wrong for whatever they're trying to employ. But Christian almost had a game winner, which would have been outstanding for him. So deserving. But he has 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. What a complete basketball game by him. But again, this is an important game to get these 2 games at home, understanding with 19 to go now, just the quality of opponents that we have coming up.
Coach, I know you, like Ryan said, right, didn't want to go to OT, but do you allow yourself to enjoy the atmosphere, especially when it feels like you're going to be able to put it away?
Of course. Yeah, man. Like, if you don't find joy in this, why do it? I've been around people in this business. I've been around this league a long time that, would never find any joy in it. Even after a win, it was just the sky is falling. I'm opposite, man. You got to celebrate the victories. You got to celebrate the moments. That's what life is all about. But there's obviously, you celebrate for 5 minutes, then you turn the page. Oh, my goodness, we got OKC coming up. But the crowd was amazing. Was tonight 101, Katie? Was this 101 and counting? But the atmosphere, the crowd, I thought was outstanding, and they have so much to do with our success on the court, and we appreciate them.
How impactful was having Aaron Gordon back?
Well, 27, 7 of 10 from 3, got it going early. And obviously, Kevin Durant's a tough cover, but AG was up for that challenge and trying to do whatever he could to slow him down. But it allows us to get back to our normal operating procedures in terms of our starting group, our bench lineups, and I thought Russ and Peyton off the bench combined for 25. So we got up. We almost gave it away. We had poise and composure down the stretch, and we were able to get it away in overtime. I think 5-0 in overtime games now this year. And then we'll try to get some rest and get ready to go to OKC and battle a division opponent.
Okay, but seriously, what did Aaron do to get a shot like this? What did he do?
As you know, you've been around this league. When a guy shoots like that, Aaron puts a lot of time into his craft. He's got a gym in his house. Guy, I think, wakes up in the middle of the night. He's not your normal dude, man. Like Aaron's, operates on a different wavelength, but he's true to himself, which I admire and respect so much. He's a beautiful person, but he puts time in. That's the thing we always talk about. I wish you guys could peek behind that curtain, whether it's in our gym, his gym. Aaron puts a lot of time into his jump shot. And I think, we have guys in our team that, they've been guarded certain ways. And, keep guarding me like that. I'm going to make you pay. And not that tonight was the case. Aaron just got going early, and it was fun to watch, and I was happy for him. This has been such a challenging year in terms of in the lineup, out of the lineup, back in, back out. And for him to go out there and have a night like he had tonight, you just feel a lot of joy for him.
Coach, how tough of a challenge are the next 2 games going to be in Oklahoma?
I'm enjoying tonight, man.
As he should. Nikola Jokic, by the way, his 22 assists, most ever by a center. So the accolades just keep on coming, man, for this guy.
Man, there's been a lot of most ever when you talk about Nikola Jokic. Man.
Yeah, even his coach couldn't describe it, and he had the best seat in the house.